Welcome to the WonkCast. Located in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, this podcast is mainly about local talent that includes artists, musicians, actors, and the businesses that help promote the arts. If you would like to be part of our show or become a sponsor, all you have to do is message us at wetwonkcast@gmail.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Wetaskiwin Arts and Music Festival Society, Warren's Music, Delcon Visual Arts, and Canning Southern Gallery.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 25 of the WonkCast. Great to be back with you. We are joined today by Karen Huntley. She is a singer, an actress, and a mother, best known from her role in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas at the Manluck Theatre, and from hosting Loonstock, co-hosting Loonstock, with the vibrant Carmen Ray.
Yeah, you got it.
Vibrant.
Yes.
That's another hashtag.
That's the word of the day. We'll
like
put
it.
vibrant.
Cool.
How are you today, Karen?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Excellent. Really excited to be here. Been
Yes,
a while.
we're excited to have you. The last time, for the listeners who are regular listeners of the podcast, all 5 of you, we appreciate you and love you very much. We should be up to 7, yeah.
Positive growth.
Yes. Karen was actually on the podcast before with Carmen Ray for a very electric episode.
Vibrant even.
Vibrant, yes. And it was very entertaining on all accounts for all the parties involved. And so now she is here today by her lonesome.
Yeah. Missing my Carmen.
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Everybody misses Carmen.
It's true.
Yes. But we will do our best to make you feel comfortable today.
Thank you. I appreciate
And
it.
we won't be too hard pressed on you, answer or ask you too many hard pressing questions.
I'll tread lightly there. I don't know about that. Let's get into it. Let's do this.
Absolutely.
What was that?
That was your personality just
Yeah.
lighting up the screen.
Also electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like we're taking pictures during this to be creepy or anything.
No random.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so it's good.
No
It's good.
random shots. Yes. It's,
Not
I
yet.
did not sign
But,
away.
it's
again, a
just
different
releasing the
podcast.
energy.
Okay.
That sounded bad. That could be a different. Well, we might edit that
Again.
out. We'll see.
No, let's stay it in.
Let's stay it in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Hashtag release the energy. That'll be next week's.
So Justin alluded to the fact that you were not only a singer, an actor, and a mother, but you're a wife and a entrepreneur.
Yes, I am.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, absolutely. I have actually been doing direct sales for a couple of years, which is really interesting, and you meet a lot of very unique people, and I'm really excited about my experiences with that. I was with Pure Romance for a while. I still do that for my friends and family, just to be able to provide. It's kind of an intimate thing, so
Yeah.
and then now I'm with It Works because I'm focusing more on my personal health and wellness this year. My daughter's in kindergarten now, and she
nice.
comes home every week with something new that's sick.
Yeah.
It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
So it's sort of been my motivation to be healthier and get better so that I'm not sick every time she comes home sick with something.
Yes.
And I just happen to, I'm ketogenic, which I don't know if you guys know what ketogenic is. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe some of the listeners
Yeah.
aren't. So
For those of you who don't know what ketogenic is, it's basically a low carb, moderate protein, high healthy fat diet, and we definitely make sure that you're getting a balance of nutrients there. And for me, I'm very, very busy. I'm doing a million things at the same time, and it just allows me to know that I'm getting my nutrient value in, and it gives me some shortcuts. So I'm allowed to be a busy mom.
Yes.
Being stuck to the stove all day.
While doing a ketogenic diet, do
Yeah.
you also do that for your child, or is that just something you do for yourself?
It mostly is for me. It is healthy for a kid to do it. It's as long as you moderate it. Like you want to make sure they're
because they're still growing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they need to have a little bit more carb base
Yeah.
than we do.
So I know
Yeah.
because generally kids are very fussy with
Yes.
what they eat. So is
Yeah.
that kind of hard turning them onto something like that?
You know what? It's not. Well, for us, it's not. My daughter is not a picky eater by any stretch. We're like,
Well, you're lucky.
Hashtag
Yeah.
blessed. Yeah, we're super lucky. I grew up in a house. My brother was like hot dogs and craft dinner, and that was all you could feed him, right?
Yeah.
So no, she's loving it. She loves it. She's got an excellent palate.
Yes.
Excellent. Wow.
Yeah.
So give us a little rundown of ketogenic. Like what kind of things can you eat? What kind of things can't you eat?
Okay, so any grains is off the table. Right?
Okay. So no bread,
no bread, no
tortillas, or
no.
none of
You
the
can
good
make,
stuff.
You can make your own though. So
Okay.
I'm celiac, so it kind of fits my lifestyle and my requirements really well. Because there's just so much cross.
So this is basically designed for you.
Yeah, it's literally designed for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a whole bunch of medical issues that sort of require that. Otherwise, I'd be like 900 pounds walking by a bakery, and it's not fun.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Cornucopia.
Right? Yes. And it doesn't. I don't feel good when I eat not this way. So it's nice for me to find something that I do eat. So anything that you want is on the. For me, I've been doing it for 2-3 years now. So.
And you've seen actual results.
I lost 90 pounds in a year and a half.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, you're
That's
looking
amazing.
really good. Not that you weren't before, but
No, I'm just looking.
No,
I'm feeling better too, right?
Yeah.
So when you feel better, you look better.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
definitely.
And they actually make ketogenic coffee too.
Yeah, I do.
And it's supposed to be very good.
I like it a lot. I
Yeah.
may have a little package here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, product
so-
placement.
Product placement.
Are we set up for product placement
We're
on
gonna
the
have to blur
WonkCast?
that out now.
Yeah, no, I can give you guys a sample if you want. I got
That's
chocolate
cool.
greens.
I don't say no to coffee.
Well, I'm definitely interested in this. I was going to talk to you about this later anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's good.
Let's
I love
just
it.
read some of the
Ingredients.
stuff on here. MCT oil,
Mhm.
Hewley TCM, grass-fed butter, and collagen.
Yes.
Oh, I said the one word in French.
Yes,
that's
you
why.
did.
I was like,
Yes, that was, I'm like, oh, we're getting
Wow.
international
Yeah,
here.
Wow.
I thought there were 6 ingredients in here.
Wait, I have a funny
There's
story
only-
with that. I have
there's
a funny
only
story
3.
with that. Okay. So my stepson came to live with us for a while when we were in Calgary,
Yeah.
and he liked it was a cereal, and I can't remember the name of it, but Morning Crisp. Okay,
Oh,
so it
okay.
was Morning Crisp.
Yeah.
And we were at Costco, we were buying us stuff. He's like, you know what, Karen, I'd really, sorry to keep touching your mic, I
That's okay.
really want to get some Croc Matin. And I'm like, what is Croc Matin? He's like, it's the cereal that I eat every morning.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's Morning Crisp or whatever it was.
Oh, the French
Yeah,
word
it's
for
the
it.
French, yeah.
So he was reading the French side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, good to know I'm not the only one out there that screwed
No,
that up.
Not
so
at all.
it's-
Not at all.
No, there's just 2 of you.
There's,
Yeah.
there's at least 2 of you. You can start a club. It'll be great. This
Two's a
one has,
company,
like-
three's a crowd.
That's right. That's right. This is like a green coffee in it,
Okay.
so it's not the same sort of wired buzzy you get from regular coffee. So it's a nice long, and it helps speed up your metabolism. There's lots of benefits to it.
Yeah, I don't get the buzz off coffee yet.
No.
If anything, it helps me sleep.
That's my husband too.
Yeah.
Have you been tested for ADD?
No.
No, I can't add.
Not tested
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Like Sheldon would, Mom would say, he's not crazy.
He's
I don't
been
test it.
tested? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's people with ADD actually find that stimulants. That's the reason why people self-medicate with stimulants.
That's interesting, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm usually the same. When I drink coffee, I get that warm belly.
Yeah.
I just want to go to bed.
Really?
And just, it puts me out, like
Like
warm milk.
a bottle.
Yeah.
Get your susu. Your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely, yeah. And then I usually wake up and there's about 75% of an ice cold coffee left.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. And then repeat cycle, rinse, repeat. So,
Nice, that's
yeah.
good. Some drool.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's good.
a little bit.
So what was your want or need or desire to try this?
Okay, so I was at the Toronto Women's Show with Pure Romance, and we had a booth beside a lady who was with It Works, and she was giving out little samples of coffee, and I'm celiac, and there's nothing to eat at these conventions,
Right.
because it's like...
Convention
It's
food.
Like a
Convention food.
vegetarian in a meat market, right?
Yeah, exactly. Literally, yeah. I have a funny story about that, too.
Uh-oh.
What ended up happening was I tried a couple of her products because she noticed that I wasn't eating, and I was like unplugging real quick here.
Yeah.
So she gave me a coffee, and it sustained me for the whole day,
Oh, what?
which is a big deal. Yeah,
So that was the catalyst.
that was the catalyst for me. I bought it because I like it, and then I like it so much that I'm selling it now. So
Yeah.
Hashtag catalyst.
Yes, catalyst.
Look
You
at
got
you guys
one in.
coming up
Wow.
with your
It only took
hashtags.
about 25 episodes.
Yeah,
to do it.
well, yeah, I got one.
You got one. You got
Yeah.
one.
I'm good for 4 and 100. I can
There
do
you
math
go.
too.
That works. So with this, you said one coffee kept you kind of stimulant for the whole
The whole
day.
day, yeah. Like I was hungry because it's just a cup
Yeah,
of coffee.
but it
I
keeps you
wasn't, like,
alert and it
it
keeps
kept
you
me totally
aware.
alert. I
and-
was focused. I wasn't like hangry, and I get hangry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
want to see me hangry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it kept that at
You wouldn't
8.
like her when she's hangry.
No.
I was expecting someone to say that, and I'm kind of disappointed.
And look,
that
it's got a green package too, so that
Yeah.
kind of goes with it, right?
Right? And then this might be might work.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
back too,
Love it.
So,
So
yeah.
going from keto to It Works, is
Mm-hmm.
that's obviously, now that I look at it, it's part of it. I get it. Click, the light bulb just went off there.
The cue was there and you
That's
didn't go with it, right?
Where was that energy
So
release
what
that
else
we
is in this besides coffee?
in the company
In the It
itself?
Works, yeah.
Okay,
right.
we do like a whole bunch of health and wellness stuff. We've got like again greens, so chocolate greens juice. I have a coffee with a scoop of chocolate greens in the morning,
Yeah.
and it's like a mocha for me, and I love it. But it's healthy because there's no sugar in it. You have like protein shakes. There's supplements. There's anything that you want health and wellness wise, it's available through It Works. You can totally look at my website.
I will totally, and you can plug that right now if you want to.
Ready? You ready?
Go for it.
All right. betterhealthbetteryou.itworks.ca.com.
Better Health, Better You at itworks.ca.
.itworks.ca.
.itworks. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put that
I'll
up on
write
the
it down.
screen because I will screw that up.
That's no problem.
And you will be taken to God knows what website.
Yeah.
So.
There could be some adventures to be had for sure.
Yes.
If I could learn to spell,
Better health.
Better Health, Better You.
It's usually
Yeah.
better me when I better hurl. When I have a better hurl.
It Works CA, so ITWRKS CA.
.ca?
Nope, CA.com. We're in like 26 or more different countries around the world. So
Oh, here we go.
yeah,
Okay.
that's us.
So that's the website right there.
Yeah.
So again, Better Health, Better You.
Yeah.
.itworks.ca.
Yeah. Their flagship product was like these body wraps that
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
hearing about
that
the
was a
body
big
wraps.
fad.
Yeah.
and they were actually developed for people who had like skin grafts and things like that.
And look, your name is there and everything.
Yeah, I
Karen
know.
Huntley. So she's
like all
the
official.
lady to contact.
Yes, please. Oh, I just got that cleanse stuff. I don't know. Well, I'm like pointing at the screen that you can't see. It's a 2-day cleanse, and you take these 2 little bottles. I'm really excited to see how it goes because everybody's like, oh, you give so much energy.
Hey, I'm Karen
Hey,
Huntley.
that picture looks familiar.
Who could have taken that shot?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Somebody might have.
Damn fine picture.
It is.
Yes.
That's from actually the play we were talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, Dale
yes.
took the headshots for the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and
Yes.
I put it up on my Facebook page, and it's like everybody's favorite picture of me. So
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time somebody takes a picture and they're like, "This is Karen," that's the picture they take.
That's the picture.
Yeah, every time.
Speaking of Best Little
Yeah.
Whorehouse in Texas, you were in that in 2016, correct?
Yes,
At the
I was.
Manlock Theater.
You got it.
So tell us a little bit about your. What's the big word? Foray into.
Ooh,
Is
just
that
I
it?
was thinking that word.
Foray into
was.
acting.
That's right. Actually, I've been
Yes.
acting since I was probably 11.
Okay.
I was in BC for a long time. I lived there for a long time, and I got involved in professional film, television, and theater while I was out there. And it sort of spawned a love. I was in high school. I became heavily involved in the drama program, which is much better than heavily involved in some of the other things that was at my high school.
Was Justin Trudeau your teacher?
No.
Okay.
No.
I have to ask.
Clear.
We're not even
Clear.
going to have a podcast.
So, then I grew up and traveled, and I traveled with a group called Up With People. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. But they've been around since the 60s.
Okay.
And you take people from all over the world, and they all travel in a cast, and then they travel to a million different countries for a year, and they bill it with host families where they stay. And
Okay,
they
that's
do
cool.
community service and put on a musical, like a Broadway-style musical while they're there. It's super cool.
Oh yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
So-
Sounds
Yeah.
very interesting.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Life learning.
Oh my gosh.
adventure.
Yeah. I was, I think, 18 when I did it. 19.
So what's some of the places you visited on that journey?
Oh my gosh. I spent 3 months in the Netherlands. I was in Germany. I was in Switzerland. I was in all over the U.S., the continental U.S. and Canada, all over France. I've been to Italy, not necessarily other people, but sort of in the theater industry as well.
And now, several years later, you're here in Wetaskiwin on the
Wetaskiwin,
WonkCast.
Yes.
On the WonkCast.
Yeah, big
baby.
time.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what wonk is?
I don't.
Yes.
I would
Okay,
love it
well,
if you could
that
tell
makes,
me.
that makes 3 of us now.
Oh,
Here's the
asking
actual
everybody. We
secret.
have
So
no
no
idea.
idea.
a lot of people
I'm
when
gonna
they hear
Google.
about the WonkCast, they say,
Yeah.
"What's wonk?" And
Yes.
nobody knows.
Nobody
It's
knows.
No,
it's
the
a
only thing I could think of is wonk is short for wonky. And
Yeah.
people are wonky
And
and
the-
stuff.
it's an
Yeah.
urban myth. It's a secret that's locked up in a time capsule somewhere
right.
under Main Street. We
Yeah.
don't know.
some archaeologist 2,000 years from now is going to pull it up.
Is gonna
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out
Actually,
about the
I
wonk.
heard the canister was actually in Area 51.
Oh,
It could have
okay.
been,
I like it.
yes.
It's better than 52. 51
Yes.
is much more scenic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a Oscar Wilde like play on words with podcast.
Yes.
So
Yeah, no, I like it. It's
Yes.
good. Yeah. It's
I don't want to
memorable.
hurt any of you from dropping all these knowledge bombs. I hope you're okay if
Yeah.
you're listening out there. And
I have a mild ankle injury, but I'm okay
Yes.
so far. But
Okay,
that could
perfect.
be from stepping in a bunch of...
Some knowledge
Yeah.
landmines,
Yes,
which I do
knowledge,
leave
yes.
around here occasionally.
I like it. I like it.
So we're looking
yeah.
at some pictures right now
Yeah.
from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah.
Again, another amazing picture. Only because of the subject.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
So what was your role in
I
this?
played Jewel, and she
Okay.
was like the housekeeper of the brothel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. It was good. I didn't have to dress up in lingerie like the other ladies, so
Mm-hmm.
I felt a little bit free.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of lingerie.
Yes, exactly.
There's
Yeah. No, and I got to like be support for everybody in that play. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was I went to school for music. I am trained professionally as a jazz singer.
Oh,
But the school that I went to was very much head. Like
okay.
I got too much into my head and I stopped singing for about 5 years.
Right.
And the Best Little Whorehouse was my first foray back into.
Oh, was it really?
Yes. Yeah. So it was nice to be brought back into the crowd again.
So how did you feel doing that? Were you comfortable? Were you anxious? Were you nervous getting back after all those years? Or did it just, you have that instant connection where it just felt like
Yeah, it
you were
felt like
supposed
home.
to be there?
Yeah,
And
absolutely, absolutely. And through that, I met so many people in this community. I mean, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
know you guys if I hadn't,
Right.
like 7 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Exactly.
So there we go. See?
So that's just, you've been in another play too.
Yes, I was
haven't
in
you?
Diamond Studs.
That's
That's
it.
right.
That's what it was,
And that's
yeah.
in Wetaskiwin. And then in Camrose, I've been in Mary Poppins. And, there was another one I was in there. I've been in so many, I just can't keep track.
The list is
Yeah,
extraordinary,
extraordinary.
long, and painfully
That's right.
exuberant for my brain to
That's
process
right.
at the
It's
current
true.
moment of time. But I will get back to you at another earliest of
There's
convenience.
a lot of like long phrases.
I've had some
Yeah.
coffee today,
Yeah. I'm surprised
and
you're not sleeping.
yes, I'm a little wired right now.
I wish you'd
little-
advance warn me about that.
I didn't know. Sometimes it comes out.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sometimes you release that energy, and it just.
It just happens.
That's called a
It's
segue
magic.
or a
Yes.
callback in the comedy world, everybody.
Yes.
And I did direct Arsenic and Old Lace, which was the last performance I was
That's
involved
right,
in.
you did too. And I took pictures of that as well.
Yes, you did.
Yes. So you're heavily involved in the theater.
I
here
have
in
been,
town.
yes. Yeah. I'm taking a break. Arsenic and Old, that was a very busy year for me. So.
Yes.
Oh, and Annie, that was the other one we were involved in for.
And not only that, you also hosted Loonstock
Yes, with
over
Carmen.
the summer
Yeah,
with Carmen
which was
Ray.
so much fun.
So tell us about that. Tell us about the
Loonstock.
experience behind that and
Okay.
just some of the fun you had.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, half the fun I'm in theater, right? So I love dressing up and
Yes.
doing crazy things. As I said earlier when I walked in, for those of you who weren't here, I have no shame and
Yep.
very little vanity.
Yes.
So,
I can attest
Yeah.
to that. I've seen it.
so
Not that it's a bad thing.
no. You just have more fun when you're not so like self-conscious and what are people thinking? I hope they think crazy things about me because
Yes.
I'm a crazy person.
And it's Loonstock, so
It's
chances
Loonstock.
are not a lot of people remembered it.
That's fair, yeah. Well, it was my first experience with Woonstock. I used to live
Yep.
in town, and we could hear it every year from where we lived. And
Yep.
this was my first actual year being there. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so much fun, but it's a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
it
Yeah.
is. I think I've only missed 2 years.
This year's a big one. Do you guys know the list?
Yes, I
This
do.
year? Crazy.
It's very, very
See the
exciting.
list yet.
Yeah.
Yes, I've
We'll talk about
received
that
some
offhand.
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
information
Exactly.
that I will not reveal here, but
know.
it's gonna be very, very fun this year.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And that's the weekend before the tractor pulls too.
Yes.
That's going to be a blast because that's going to be a first year in
Yeah.
Wetaskiwin.
So much
Yes.
going on.
Do you know what's interesting about that? So we have a farm, and we have about 50 acres. And my husband, from way back in the day, he's from Manitoba. He knows two of the tractor pull guys, like they do professional circus. So they're circus too.
Circuit.
Yeah.
I guess you could call it a circus.
Yeah. So they're coming out and they're spending the weekend with us while
Oh,
the
nice.
tractor pull is happening. So
Very
Maybe
cool.
A couple parties happening there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Very low key. Yeah.
Milk and cookies.
That's right. Milk and cookies.
Yeah, well, you're on a farm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun, I think. It'll be good.
So you said you've taken some time off, but is there any plans to do anything in the future?
I'm in talks with a few people actually to put on
Locally
some
or
productions.
Camrose or
locally,
sort of idea?
both. So mostly with Wetaskiwin and Camrose.
She's jumping right back
Yeah,
into
she
this.
is.
I know, right? I'm taking time off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 seconds later, I'm
Sound
like,
like a
Yes.
musician.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I did audition for a Fringe Festival show, and it did
Very cool.
not go well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I had laryngitis, so when you're trying to audition for a musical,
Yeah.
helps to have voice. Yeah.
Well, that's good, because when you say it did not go well, I just started picturing 100 different other things of what could have possibly happened.
No.
Okay, it's just a laryngitis
all
issue.
voice.
So there's a
Okay.
pro tip for you, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yes.
Don't go to a musical audition with laryngitis.
It's
Yes.
true. It's true. You can't actually.
Unless
just
you're
push through
auditioning for
that.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah,
then you could-
exactly. Yeah.
Boy, I am on
Or
the
a
nail
silent
today.
movie, maybe.
I am
Yeah,
just on the
exactly.
spot today.
You are on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so
There's so much to talk about.
describe some of your relationships you formed during Festival Warehouse in Texas. I mean, you've come close with a lot of the actors.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually, so one of the reasons we moved to Wetaskiwin, we had moved here from Tofino, British Columbia. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very West Coast for those of you who don't know that. And we were looking for a place to stay because we followed John's job out here. And we could have chosen any number of communities, but
Yeah.
this community had walking trails, which I really liked.
Yes.
And they were just developing the theater here at the Waterworks Center, and that was like it. That totally sparked it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to look around here, and houses were like $100,000 less than anywhere else.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
the time. They
At
were
the
cheaper,
time,
right?
yeah. So we took a leap, and that's where we ended up. And when I heard of the Best Little Whorehouse being like having auditions, I was like, I gotta be in that one. That's gotta happen. So
Yes.
I auditioned, and through that, I met so many integral people in my life. I don't know where I would be without it, to be honest with you. Yeah,
So it changed your life a little bit?
it absolutely changed my life. Absolutely,
Yeah.
it made me feel part of a community, which is difficult when you're an adult, especially.
Especially when you're coming from a new place and you're
Yeah.
not too sure, you're a little nervous that you don't
Exactly.
know the surroundings. When you get that comfortable, inviting environment and the vibe's really good, it kind of sets you at ease.
See,
Absolutely.
and that's exactly what this podcast is about, is bringing the positivity and the
100%.
Absolutely.
community spirit that obviously brought on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to convey here is, all the bad things that can be said about this community or any other community as far as that goes. We want to focus on the positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so much positive.
Oh,
It's-
there is. There's a lot
not
here.
difficult to
People
find
just
it.
look for the bad, right?
Yeah. It's easy to talk about.
It's easy
Yeah.
to stir the
Yeah,
pot. but-
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I checked on Wikipedia and your name didn't come up, so I couldn't find any dirt. So,
That's because I'm crystal clean, honey.
uh-huh. Why?
I've had to bury a few secrets. That's all.
Oh,
this
yes.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any future business goals? I mean, is
Yeah.
It Works just kind of your for now thing, or is it
Well, this will
something you
probably
really
be.
want to push?
I'd really love to push it because it's such a good product. The quality of it's really, really outstanding. Everything has to be like approved by Health Canada and the FDA.
For
and
sure.
It's all very high quality, and because of my health issues, I need to be aware of like contamination with gluten, things like that.
Yes.
So I don't have to worry about that with these guys, which makes me really happy. I will always be using it in my family, whether or not it turns into something bigger than it. I'm already doing pretty okay with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
And we just opened new markets in Mexico and the Philippines.
Nice.
So if anybody's interested or you know anybody who is, let me know. But we also own a farm called Fallstone Farms, and
Okay.
we are getting into the greenhouse industry. So we'll be doing organically grown fruit and veg, as well as flowers, because we also are turning our farm into a wedding venue,
Nice.
which is really nice. We're gonna have a big glass house and stone walls. It's gonna be very pretty. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Glass house for
Yeah, yeah. No, it's I know. Yeah, tempered glass house.
Temperate,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, not good.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's no real location here for that. Like, there's a couple of golf courses, which is great, but there's no real, like, this will help bring the outdoors in, and you can have a winter wedding,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll be gorgeous.
So the farm's going to be near here.
The farm is near here.
Oh,
yeah.
it's near here,
Yeah,
okay.
It's
It's
like
not
7
far.
minutes from town.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so it's
That's
great.
how she got here so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a quarter after 4. Are we still on for 4:30? I hope, because I'm just getting in my shoes. So.
Fashionably late.
Yeah.
So any other future goals other than that, or just that's
well,
pretty much it for now? Just
No, I have a lot of future goals.
stuff that you can discuss on camera.
A friend and I are talking about doing a TV show which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
I don't know how much he wants me to talk about that, but
Oh.
it'll be involving gluten-free food, which is interesting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I also have a theater production company I'm talking to somebody else with, a professional theater company.
So you're busy.
Yeah, I'm very busy, and I don't actually know how busy I am until I start talking about it.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
And I don't know why I'm so tired all the time.
You hear yourself talking, going, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I got to do that. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Good thing I
right.
brought it up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
are any of those on your bucket list?
Oh, all of them are on my bucket list. Yeah, I feel like bucket lists are really important, I think. However, don't just keep it on your bucket list, right? Like, do it. Live your life the way you
Yeah.
want to
And
live
add
it.
something else to it.
That's right, exactly. Every time something gets done, check that off and add something
Yeah.
new, right?
I think a big problem with a bucket list, or a big misconception maybe, is that people put all these things on there, and a lot of them are extremely unachievable.
Yeah.
So I think what some people should do is, start small and just
Yeah.
put small little things you want to cross off, like you've obviously done, and then as you grow and it gets gradually bigger and stuff, you can add it to the list, and then it makes more sense to kind of create the bucket list, because you can say, oh, I did these things here, and
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I've learned actually through my sales career has been you should not wait for motivation, right? So, like, if you're waiting for your bucket list to start checking things off when you get sick, then you don't have the energy, the time, or the money.
I'm
to
still
do it,
waiting for
right?
some motivation from 2004.
Yeah.
So
But here's the thing: motivation is attracted to action, right? So if you're not motivated yet, just start doing something.
yes,
Start doing
the
anything.
law of attraction.
Right? Yeah. So once you start going,
So
you've
what
got
is
momentum.
on the vision board?
Oh,
What's
God.
on Karen Huntley's vision board?
My vision board? Well, I do want to do the television series. I would really enjoy that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be really cool. And it would employ a lot of locals, which would be really important as well. For me, I think it's important
Yes.
to do that, bring some positive finances to the community. I also really think the wedding venue is a huge deal. I'm a part
That's very
for-
cool.
I think
Yeah.
that's a cool idea.
It is.
Very,
yeah.
very cool.
And I don't know, have you guys ever been to Coombs Country Market?
No.
It's on Vancouver Island. Okay, so what it is this thing they have. They're famous for having goats on the roof. We're not going to have goats on our roof, just so you know.
Oh, man.
But they have this really cool international market. So it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a destination. People drive far out of their way to get to it. It's world renowned. And they have sort of like local artisan food makers there. They have local farm companies there. And then they travel the world finding resources that they can support, like fair trade and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just like full of knickknacks and tchotchkes and things like that.
Yeah.
Super cool, really cool. And we eventually want to be able to have that sort of go-to destination for Wetaskiwin. We're so centrally located. It's almost foolhardy not to have something like that here, right? So if I hit the table, I'm sorry, I got passionate.
It's all right. She's not hitting us. Trust me.
That's for later.
Again, another podcast.
Yeah. No, but I think the more prosperity you can bring to a community, the more that community is going to feel positive about themselves.
Yeah.
And again, it's that motivation is attracted to action. Action is true.
Motivation breeds motivation, definitely.
Absolutely.
When you see someone that
Yeah.
has that, just that drive and that passion, and
Yes.
they're very excited, you all of a sudden get that. You get
Absolutely,
that.
it's contagious,
Like, just talking to you, I'm
Yeah.
very
Yay.
wired and aware.
Nice.
If that's the best
I like
apt,
it.
It's not the coffee.
if that's the most apt description, it's a little bit coffee, a little bit Karen.
Nice.
So
I like it. Coffee
Yeah.
This is a
Karen.
country song
Hey,
right
that's
a
there.
little bit
Totally.
coffee, a little bit Karen.
I like it. I
Yes.
like it.
The new Florida
Yeah.
Georgia Line single or
Yeah,
something.
maybe I'll start a podcast. You guys can come on the podcast.
There
We'll
you
have
go.
coffee, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of
A little
Karen.
bit coffee, a little
I
bit
like
Karen.
it.
Good
That's all I
podcast
need.
Right?
name.
I like
it.
it.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
Right, let's
Nice.
write that down.
See, I'm telling you guys, I got to start getting credit for a lot of this,
Fire.
because
It's
every
true.
episode I'm dropping some pretty good hashtags and some big
Yeah.
words of the day.
Do
And
you know what I like about you, Justin?
what's that?
Your modesty.
Oh yes,
Part of your
that's part of me. Yeah, yeah. I get that quite a
the way I
bit.
get it, yeah.
I get that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm very
Never the
modest.
good looks. It's modesty, right?
No, yeah.
And the good looks are part of the package, right? So
Yes.
It's
yes.
important. It's important. I
Wait,
get it.
wait,
Yeah.
you got a little something.
That's fine.
Just kidding. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned you were a singer.
Yes.
Is that still a passion of yours?
It is. My problem is I take on a whole bunch of stuff and then I burn out and then I don't want to do anything. Like, don't touch me. Yeah. So I'm sort of in that recovery phase right now.
Yeah. When it starts to feel like a job, you kind of got to lean back and take a little time.
Ask me why I don't do something like that as a job, and it's exactly. I'm going to back away from the mic because I keep hitting it. It's exactly that. I don't want to feel like I have to do it. I don't want it to become arduous. I want it to be a joy.
Yeah, exactly. You want it to be something you can just do every now and then and you get excited about. Whereas if you overdo it, you might not get excited. You might lose that passion a little bit. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people that you see kind of disappear, go off the grid. They just do it so much that it becomes the number one priority, and nothing else is kind of there, and they forget that certain, home time or family time and interferes with that. So
I think another part of it, for me in particular, is that I have a really varied, I like a lot of different things, right? So I don't just like jazz, I don't just like blues, I don't just like country or whatever. I like a lot of all of it, and finding a group of people who are supportive of that or feel the same way or want to do the same things. Like, a mishmash of music is something that I like, and I've not been able to find a band that is down with that. So usually they're very like tunnel vision-y.
You're not talking to the right people.
That must be it. It's true. Yeah. And I have a 5-year-old daughter, so
that's priority.
It is priority. She's number one. And she still doesn't sleep through the night, so it's a little, I'm tired, like a lot. So the idea of like starting a show at 10 o'clock at night is like, oh my God, I'm going to need a lot more coffee.
I hear you.
Yeah.
You have to bring a bag of keto coffee.
We have to bring a bag, exactly.
That's why I do comedy. You do shows at 7:30 and you're done.
You're done. Tapped out.
That's the best part.
Yeah. I'm a sort of timing thing. They're doing a dinner theater at the Manlack Center right now. Yeah. And it's a show that my friends are involved in, and I really want to go see it.
Oh, very
cool. I want to bring my daughter to it because I think it'd be fun. She loves the theater. She was in Annie with me, and she's like hooked. Right? She wore a bee costume to Costco today with me. Like a bumblebee costume. Yeah. So she's super shy.
And it was her choice, not
It was
yours.
absolutely her choice. Yeah. I wanted her with the butterfly one, but whatever.
Yeah.
No, so she wants to be. She loves that kind of stuff. And I'd love for her to be involved in it. When I was in Mary Poppins, she was 4. So she really wanted to be on stage and be one of the kids in Mary Poppins. So when they did Annie, I was like, come on over, let's do this together.
Yes.
And so I like sharing that. That's something we share together. And being able to go to theater productions locally is a blessing. Not every community gets that.
Absolutely.
And I think it's super important to be able to
And we have an amazing theater community. And we talk about that on every podcast, but it really is true.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have a great theater, great community behind it, great support.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see that theater used a little bit more because it is such a good facility, and they're constantly doing upgrades to it, which is nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a work in progress.
Yeah.
Building-wise.
Building-wise, yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to take a utility building from way back in the day.
That's way over 100 years old.
Yeah, and retrofit it to be a modern-style theater.
Yeah.
So I refer to it as like a black box theater because it's not huge.
Yes. But you have to keep that element of history to it, too.
Yes, absolutely. So. Yeah, and I think it's good. And the black box theater allows you to do more intimate productions, but this particular one is big enough that you can do a giant musical like The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas and pull it off.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So Justin and I were talking before the podcast here, and we were talking exactly about The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Thinking, in my mind anyway, that is probably the bar that was set for plays.
It was pretty good.
Like everything else has got to meet up to that expectation. I mean, there was a huge cast.
And it sparkles. Like in my memory, it sparkles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like me in my band opening for Loverboy. I mean, that's going to be one of the highlights of my life, and I'm always going to talk about it. Right?
Absolutely.
So cool. Yeah. And I think that's going to be a reference for you and the other actors as well.
I got to throw out a reference now. Me bringing Doc Walker on stage opening for them.
There you go.
I had to throw one in there. Sorry. I'm going to hear about it now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Did they pay you to say that? Or?
Possibly.
Possibly.
But with that play out, I was going to allude to is Marlene Schoonmaker, who was on our last podcast.
I saw that one.
Amazing director.
She was
quite dynamic,
she was so
yeah.
good to talk to.
She's
Yeah.
a lovely human.
Yeah.
I like her
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's doing a Vita right now, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also big play.
Yeah.
Big. So
Yeah, it's going to be very good. I
Yeah.
saw a sneak peek of it.
nice.
So,
nice.
And
yeah.
by sneak peek, I mean I was auditioned for it, but
Oh,
quickly
yes,
got
that's
out of
right.
breath. So
Well, it's definitely.
Well, this keto.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's right.
it might help.
Yeah.
It does. It works.
It does work.
works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
Help
but
you get back some of your stamina.
maybe.
That's right.
But great cast, and this one's going to be really good. I mean, every play that comes through Manlick Theatre is very good. They're very good at picking the cast.
Yeah.
Directors are always very good at picking the cast,
Yeah.
and
There seems to be quite a deep well of talent in this community that
Yes.
people don't realize is here. And I think it's cool that there's some place that they can access that talent. And
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, another positive.
say that a little louder for the people in the back.
Hi, lots of talent here. Yeah, absolutely. I think going forward, the arts community in Wetaskiwin is not as flourishing and vibrant as it could be, given the amount of talent that's here.
Yep, I would agree.
And
I would agree.
I'm really hoping that we can make that grow.
You beat me to the question.
Oh, really?
Well done. I asked that
Nice.
of every guest. I
Yeah.
asked that. I
Yep.
go, what is your opinion of
Yeah.
our community, whether it be arts or music? Is
Mm-hmm.
it flourishing? Is it gone to the crapper? Or like
Yeah.
what's going on? So
Okay, so coming as an outsider, so I have lived in many different cities and small communities alike, and coming with an outside perspective, knowing a lot of the internal workings of the community, it is an interesting community in the fact that there's not a heck of a lot of support. Comparatively speaking, and a lot of the support that you get, it tends to be like, I'm supportive of you and you're supportive of that person, and
Yes.
that's
It's
unfortunate.
inside support mostly
Yeah.
from
So
the
it's
theater
people.
That's
people
right, yeah.
or
Yeah. So, and I think if we can sort of crack that shell and start shining the light a little bit on what this community can do and has to offer, especially in the arts and theater community, then it would really help drive business up. Like
Yeah.
it would help everybody prosper. One
Yes.
person prospers, 6 people around them are going to prosper, and then 6 people around those 6 people are going to prosper, and it's just this ballooning
yeah.
thing. If we can get it going, the momentum.
yeah, the snowball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a book by Warren Buffett. Oh,
Nice.
The Snowball Effect.
Dropping the references all
Yes. I'm witty because of an unknown coffee company today. So I would like to thank them for that.
night. Nice.
My
Normally I
hand is sore.
mumble over my
That's
words
right.
every episode, and there's usually a lot of dead air with me every
Nice,
episode,
yeah.
but today I'm working for my supper. So
Working for your supper, yeah. I am like an avid reader.
Mm-hmm.
When I have 30 seconds and I'm not doing all the things that I just realized I do. But I'm currently on this like kick of self-improvement and positive
Wrong with
growth.
that.
No,
Yeah.
and I love it. It's great. I highly recommend. There's a few books I can recommend for sure if anybody's interested. Yeah,
yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Now, with your upcoming venture, is there a way for people to email you or contact
Yes,
you?
absolutely. We have fallstonefarms@gmail.com, or you can contact me, Karen Huntley, at live.ca, and yeah, we'll hook you up. I have a friend who's getting married, and we're hoping to have the venue up and ready for her to go
Nice.
Very
for the
cool.
wedding. Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed. We're waiting on financing, so we'll
Yeah.
see. So do I go collect cans for this, or is the bank going to support me? We'll see how it goes.
Get
Yeah.
your daughter to build a lemonade
That's
stand in her
right,
little bee
exactly.
suit.
Yeah, that's right. $45 for an ounce of lemonade. Really good lemonade. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a very good profit
Yeah.
margin. Very good profit
Well,
margin.
you need it.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. So, and we also have the thing that I like is because of the people that I met through the theater. There's such a diverse background. So we have people that we can use as preferred vendors for like
Very.
catering and
Yep.
floral design and staging the wedding and all that
Everybody's
kind
talented in such other ways,
of stuff. 100%.
you know, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, musicians. I don't know anybody who would be a musician for events like that.
Yes.
I know a couple.
Right? So I mean, like you can use the resources you have in your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So is there anybody you'd like to plug or anything else?
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to,
Shout
Shout
out
out.
to?
Oh.
I think would be the
Like,
appropriate
Yeah.
term.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't be
I
where
think
you are
some of our
if it wasn't for them
listeners-
or something like that.
I think that's a really broad question.
Mm-hmm.
I really honestly, and as cheesy and trite as it's going to sound, and because I am taking a break, the Manlock Theatre really started the evolution of my life in this community. So that is a beautiful thing if you can find that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I've been able to develop a lot of deep relationships with people, and those relationships have evolved into so many different things that are mutually beneficial for everyone, and that makes it a beautiful cycle to get involved in.
Yeah.
So my husband and my daughter are part of this community, and they really have benefited from me being involved in that too. And it's funny because John and I don't mind. We talk to everybody. Like, I know everyone at Safeway. I shop at Safeway all the time. I literally know everyone at Safeway. So I talk to everybody.
Safeway is not paying us.
No. But
Not you.
No. Yeah, exactly. I go in there. I bring friends who come to visit from out of town or whatever, and we go grocery shopping. Because I'm a good host.
You are.
And
Yes.
I want to make sure people are properly fed. So.
I got to come over.
Yeah, you do. So we end up going in there, and everybody says hi to us, and I say hi to everybody, and Lena will go and hug some of the ladies that work there because they're like family to us now. But that's community.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's really important to foster that, foster those connections within your community.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Foster.
that.
There, see your personality. Is just,
That's right. It's
Release the
Studio
energy.
lights, people trust me.
And then I really do want to say I want to shout out my husband because he's amazing. He's a good man. I really love him.
I've never met him, but judging by
you'd like
what
him
I've
a
heard,
lot.
and
Yeah, he's very sarcastic and
oh,
straightforward.
I'd like him a lot then.
Yeah, I feel like you two would click.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we usually have a party at our house every year, so it just happens to coincide with a lot of the productions that I'm in. But because again, I'm taking a break this year, we don't have a production we're going to have a summer party with, so
Yeah.
Nice.
we'll just put it out there and you guys will come. It'll be fun.
Sure.
Yeah, we usually have people bring their campers.
We got
they
it on
spend the
video.
night.
We
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes,
right.
that's
Maybe we'll do a
right.
podcast from the
Yeah,
party,
oh my
right?
gosh, what a great idea. That'd be super fun. Yay!
Yes.
Pay
Super
is
fun.
discernible.
Yeah. Decent.
And they're not
Yeah.
paying me.
No.
I'll be happy to
We
help
are
you
actually
with
paying
camping
them.
spots.
Ironically, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
got
you-
anything else?
I think everybody should come out to Loonstock this year. Honestly, it will blow
Yeah.
your mind. It's
I
going to be
can't
so
wait
much
till you
fun.
tell
It's gonna be good. Yeah, I saw the whole lineup, and this year is gonna be one of the
It's
best
gonna be
years.
great, yeah.
for
We're all
sure.
really stoked. We've had a couple of prep meetings, just Larry, Carmen, and I, to see what we're going to end up doing.
Yeah.
And we're hoping, not gonna, I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but there may be a sneak peek at the Canada Day parade.
Okay.
We'll see.
Excellent.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
That's very maybe. It really is
So
very
that
maybe.
was one of my next questions.
Yeah.
Are you guys hosting again this year? You and Carmen both?
Yeah, Carmen and I have been invited back,
Yep.
which is nice. And
So
we get
are
to
you
work
going to
with
be going
Justin,
all
which is
full out
really
with the
nice.
G-strings again like you did last year?
Yeah, you'll see. There's going to be sequins involved this time.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Bling, bling.
Bling bling, sequins and feathers. It's going to be great. Yeah, it really is going to be great. And we get to help with the green room this year, which is really
Oh,
fun.
cool. Okay.
So
Yeah.
for people who don't know what the green room is, it's where the artists prep and get ready and change.
Yes.
and
They do not do anything illegal back there of any
Beverages and
sorts.
munchies and costume changes. That's
Yes.
what this green room is.
Yes.
And so we get to be in charge. Carmen and I are very theatrical. Shocking, right?
Not you.
I know. It's
I would have
crazy.
never guessed.
Yeah. So we get to be like as flamboyant and crazy as we want in there. And
Excellent.
I don't know if you've been in the room that they hold it, but it's like this old lodge from the 80s.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
dated. It needs a little bit of love, which is fine. Because it kind of blank slates it for us. So we're going to play up some of the cool things that are in there, like the beams and the rocks and stuff
Right.
like that.
Cool.
And then we're going to glam it up. A little bit of little country glam, I think we're going to do there.
Yes.
Get all the artists to
Yeah.
sign the walls.
That's
you know,
right.
all that
Oh,
stuff.
that's a great idea.
Yes.
Hashtag
That's
wall
an old
signing.
70s,
Oh
60s,
my gosh,
70s.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
great idea. I love that. Yeah.
Get a wall of fame or wall of shame or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Probably fame.
Fame/shame. I mean, a little bit of both is fine,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as there's no like boob prints or anything like that on there. Although, hey, do what you
Hey,
do.
Another
it's-
podcast.
And it's a new year. That could very possibly still happen.
It could happen. You never know what's going to happen at
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Yeah.
You never know what Carmen's going to do.
No, we don't,
Just
yeah.
kidding, Carmen.
We love you, Carmen.
We do. And Friday night there's going to be a big act too, so we're excited about it.
Nice.
They always have music on Friday night, which is
Yeah.
sort of like a
The
warm up,
kickoff party.
the kickoff party. Yeah. So this year they're amping it up a little bit in that they're selling tickets for the kickoff party.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that there might be some prizes. We don't know. There's some games we're going to play. It'll be
So
lots of
it's
fun.
getting the further along is goes every year, the
Yeah.
bigger and better.
They ratchet
Yep.
it up just that extra little bit. Every year they find something to add to it.
Yeah.
I love that they bring in some local talent as well to
Yeah.
showcase that. I think it's really important.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And Larry's really like super stoked about it. And he's very, very like on fire about this year's
Yes.
Loon stock.
Yeah.
So, that'll be good.
As he always is, though. He always has that energy about it, and he's
Yeah,
always
he
very
does.
excited about it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes everybody else excited
That's
about
true.
it.
Again, it comes back to the excitement is contagious, and it
Yeah.
really is. Yeah,
Exactly.
it really
I
is.
believe it.
I can't wait till they have fireworks there.
Yes.
Hint, hint, Larry.
He's thinking,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
he's
we're
like,
all right to check. Yeah.
Exactly. Who's providing these fireworks that you speak of? Yeah, yeah.
Or they can have them out at your place. for that
Yeah,
Party.
that's a great idea.
Loon
Maybe
Stock
we'll do
after
that.
party. There
Yeah.
you go.
See,
I like
full
what
of
you
great
guys
ideas,
think.
right?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad he came here today?
I'm always glad I come here today.
Yes.
And any other day I'm here, which is the other time I was at a podcast. So
Yes.
It was.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
episode 21. If I
That's
remember.
right.
You
Yeah.
and Carmen.
Yeah. That was only episode 21.
Well, we've taken a few months off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've taken some time off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were trying to get the video podcasting going.
It's a
so-
great idea. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes people feel like they're part of the conversation.
Well, exactly. You get to see the face behind the voice, and as far
Yeah.
as artists go,
Yeah.
we can show their artwork.
And you can watch us in your home without having to actually put us up in your home,
That's right.
which
That's
you would
right.
probably
If you
quickly
want to,
regret.
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
You might quickly
Yeah.
regret it.
You should have a contest where people can like write in their favorite episodes, and you can pull somebody's name and have a local podcast at their house.
There you go.
Yeah, the winner gets to spend an hour with you guys.
So I wonder how many.
No. No.
Did I just throw you under the bus
Probably a
there?
bad idea. If he's on coffee and I'm drinking these from
Yeah, then we're
We would love to, but
that might get cut.
production
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Your liability issues. And
yes,
insurance. Yeah.
absolutely.
Make sure your insurance is paid.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure your house is lovely. It's very nice and upkept.
Was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we've gone from loons. Oh, I know what I was going to ask
Oh,
you.
do tell.
If you had a wish list of a play or a musical or a stage to sing on, what would be the one where you're going, God damn it, I got to play there.
Chicago. I really want to put that show
Yeah,
on. Like
yeah.
that show is amazing.
Yes.
There's so many vibrant and dark parts in that play. And okay, so I got to play a villain in Jesus Christ Superstar in Camrose, which is my first time ever playing a villain.
Okay.
See that.
Yeah, it was like the best. It was so much fun. So any role I get to be a villain, I'm down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, which is definitely not my traditional go-to. I was like, I want to be the nice
It's
person.
kind of
Yeah.
the alter ego, though.
It totally is the alter ego. Hi, I just totally knocked your camera. You're welcome.
That's all right.
I'm a bull in a china
It's a
shop.
vibrant Karen Huntley, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but anytime like the theater is what that's about, right? You get to step outside of yourself for a little
Yeah.
bit and be something
Yes.
totally different. So, yeah, the villain's super fun to play. I like that.
So Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of lights.
It's a lot of
color,
dancing.
a lot of
Yeah,
dancing.
but that's what's so fabulous about
Yep.
it, right? It's completely like people are in awe when they watch
Yes,
that show.
absolutely.
I would have thought it'd be like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, actually, I was
That
gonna,
would be a
that
very
was-
cool one to see.
Yeah, there's a few of us in talks about wanting to do that one too. The
I've
cost
seen,
of the rights are crazy expensive.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen one where they show the movie live at like a midnight showing, and
Yeah.
then people go crazy and throw popcorn at the
Oh
screen.
no, that's
and
what you do. That's
Yeah.
the thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Part of the
that's
whole-
the
Yeah.
part, yeah. You bring umbrellas and toilet paper rolls and toast and rice and like.
Toast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you don't have that stuff in your duffel, you're not really a Rocky fan.
one of my favorite movies. This way, please.
Yeah. So it's super fun, and
I'll never do that
I
again.
love I love performing at the Lougheed Center.
Yes.
It's so
Beautiful
Yeah, well,
venue.
that's what
We
Mark
just
was
talked
saying.
about it on one of
Or,
our last
yeah.
couple of our last episodes.
Yeah. If I could like be paid to work there
Yeah.
on that stage, I would absolutely do that every day of my life.
Yeah.
I love that theater. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they paid you in keto, you could probably.
Yeah, exactly. Just cook me food, my family food, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that because then I don't have to clean up after that. So I feel like
That's one of the great
that's a
things about
win-win.
eating
You
out.
could write a one-woman
Yeah.
play, a
Like-
little coffee, a little Karen,
There you
and it
go.
could come and
You know what? I should just do a weekly talk show, have it at the Lougheed, drop in, kind of thing.
yeah.
I'll be the next Ellen. It'd be great.
I could
Yes.
see that
Yeah.
happening.
Yes.
You know, obviously, you can see we're both fans.
That's
so.
right. I love you guys. Should come here more often.
We just call it Karen.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's it. Yeah. Like
Work
Cher,
for Ellen, right?
Ellen,
You
exactly.
gotta have one name.
That's
Oprah,
right. Yeah, it's the same amount of letters.
Yes, it's true. I wonder if that's part of the key.
It fits on colorful underwear,
Yeah,
like Ellen.
That's true.
So,
Again, another podcast.
I'm like, I could take that a lot And then I became a 911 dispatch operator, so I kind of got a little bit of that.
Yeah. So you were halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there. I got to talk on the radio.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was like a digitized radio that only police officers could hear, but that's fine. Right. Same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still kind of want to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is great. Karen, thank you for enlightening us and joining us today with an excellent fireside chat, we could call it, because we have a candle today. So we can call it a fireside chat with Karen Huntley.
Candle going here. You can't see it, but it's a
very romantic.
Yes.
Very romantic.
We must have knew you were coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
That and I just cooked breakfast this morning, so I had the smell of bacon all over the place.
I feel like if somebody could bottle the scent of bacon, it would sell out.
Bacon and Karen.
Yeah. I feel like that's a winning combination. Yeah.
I think that might have been done already.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's a lot of bacon products on the market.
There are a lot of bacon products. Yes. Yeah.
Well, anyway, with that being said, we're gonna throw in a big thank you to Karen once again.
Thanks for having me here. It's been fun.
We're gonna have you back if you'll be a guest.
I'd love to.
Maybe after Loonstock.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And before you
give us a follow up and
your wedding venue.
Yeah. And maybe Carmen and I can come back and talk about Loonstock with you guys.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
It was crazy last time, so why not this time? Get it on film.
We actually have some.
Film.
Yeah.
We actually, because it's on camera now, we actually have some things planned. Maybe.
For the longest time, I'm going to admit this, I thought you two were sisters.
Really?
Because you have a lot of the same enunciations and the way you say things.
I don't know what it is. We just clicked.
Yeah.
I feel like we've known each other in a previous life or something.
You guys met at the play, right?
Yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah. And we just sort of instant friends. And you know how you can go a couple of months without talking to somebody because your just life gets busy and it's crazy.
Oh no, I do it for other reasons.
Yeah. Just avoidance, straight up avoidance. No, but we tend to like wander away and then come back and it's like you never leave, right? That's the kind of friendship we have, and I'm really blessed to have that for sure.
Yeah, it's too bad more people can't be like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But anyway, thanks again. We're going to have you back.
Thank you.
We're just going to throw a big shout out now to our sponsors, which is Delcon Visual Arts, Warren's Music,
Nice.
the Wetaskiwin Arts and Music Festival Society, and our latest sponsor, Tanny Southern Gallery. She's actually an artist here, and she's got her own gallery going to be starting up, but I'm not going to say any more because she's going to be in here soon talking about that.
Very
Excellent.
soon.
So we'll bring that to light.
That's exciting.
And we're going to say thank you, and we're going to see you next week.
Yay. Don't miss it. It's going to be good.